There's a lot of speculation out there when it comes to Bachelor Nation. And
Yeah.
I like that on this podcast, we clear things up.
Hmm.
So I don't want like dates and times in that sense, but I think it's important to know when did, not when did you get the call,
Hmm.
but how long before you got the call and before you said yes and you were on your way to Palm Springs?
Um,
Like how much time did you have basically to get ready?
I
One
mean,
night.
in a perfect bachelor world, according to them, it would have been I was on like I would be in the car an hour after my conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
They were hoping I would leave that day, but I actually said I needed to think about it and I needed to talk
Good.
to my parents and I need to take a minute. Just because the way I was entering the bachelorette space was very unconventional, very true to 2020. Um, but I was taking on a little bit more than I think previous bachelorettes have, um, in the sense that there was somebody before me. And I was going to ask the guys to not only remove themselves from that headspace, but then take me on and see if they were willing to be open. So to answer your question, it was probably about 48 hours.
Really? That's
That
quicker
quick.
than I thought.
That's giving it a little bit of time. So yeah, 48 hours. Mm-hmm. And that
Wow.
includes like sleep and all that kind of stuff. And that was only because I'm like, you guys, I need to go to CVS. I need to get my little necessities. I'm like, I need to run. I got to do some errands. I got to go to church. So give me some time.
When you got the call, when they called you up and they're like, hey, we had a switcheroo. Can you do this? We need you. Like, what was running through your brain? Because I'm sure you didn't expect to see Chris or whoever's calling you at night being like, hi, can we have you as a bachelorette? So what was going through? What was your thought process?
It's so funny because that exact day, I was literally on the phone call with my best friend. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm over this year. I'm over quarantining. I'm over everything. Like I have nothing tying me down. I'm literally going to go to John Wayne Airport tomorrow, get a first flight out to anywhere because I can. No one can stop me. And I'm like, I'm just over everything. And I actually Postmated some donuts straight to my bed. I read a book, ate donuts in bed. And the next thing you know, I got a phone call from an EP. And every time I see that name pop up on my phone, I'm like, oh God, here we go. You know, because it's never anything good, you know? Yeah, so he called and I knew something was up because he calls to check in, but usually there's something. And he's like, I just want to catch up. I just want to talk to you a little bit. And I said, okay. And he started out this conversation as, okay, so I know we had this conversation last time and you said, I cannot bring this up over the phone. I had to be there in person. And as soon as he said that, I knew what he was about to ask me.
Really?
Because I told him like after my last Bachelorette interview, which was this past year before Clare was announced, I was doing my own thing. I was happy. I was in my own world. I was living my life. I had finally like found my ground. I wasn't in the headspace of going back on TV, doing all that stuff. And like, I got that phone call and it kind of like uprooted me, put my life on hold. You know how it goes. You can't really make any plans, decisions, nothing, because you don't know what's going to happen. And it kind of messed with me quite a bit, actually.
Sure.
And I told him, I'm like, that's not fair to me. I know there's other girls in the conversation, but I was fine. I was fine. And next time you do it, you better come to my house and tell me in person, because at this point, I don't want a phone call. I'm not going to paradise. I'm not going to do the Bachelorette again. I don't want anything to do. I'm done. And so when he started the sentence with that, I basically knew what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. Like normally we get to have this talk before you start your season, but obviously this is like we've never seen this happen before. And normally like Becca and I are like, oh my gosh, we're so excited for you. This is amazing. Your whole life is about to change. Like the first night is the most exciting night ever. Like no one can, no one can prep you for it. And there's just so much joy because then there's so much, you just have no idea what to expect.